Today's show comes courtesy of Wild Fork Foods, and most of the items used in today's show will be available for sampling at 2 Wild Fork brick and mortar locations. We are talking November 11th during their 1-year anniversary event from 1 to 4, located at 155 State Route 35 in Eatontown, New Jersey. Also at 1536 Easton Road, that is in Horsham, PA. If you cannot attend at either one of those two locations, keep in mind that all these products are available at all the brick and mortar locations as well as online at wildforkfoods.com. Alrighty guys, welcome to Thanksgiving 2023. My name is Tommy and you just watched the opening so you know exactly where we are going with this show. It is going to be A to Z on Thanksgiving Day. Everything purchased here, everything used on the show, I should say, was purchased right at Wild Fork Foods. Everything that is but the brine. If you are going to do a wet brine on your bird, I will have a link down in the description. You can go right to Amazon, pick it up, and then follow along right from there. So what I want to do right now is let's turn the clock back about 24 hours. Let me show you the bird. Let me show you the brine. After that, I will bring you back, show you all the goodies here I got on the board. Then we will finish up fixing up the bird. We will get all that on the pit and start the show. Anytime you are going to do a brine on a turkey, whether it be a wet brine or dry brine, you want a natural bird. You don't want any solution injected into the bird. You definitely do not want to use a butterball turkey, as those turkeys are already brined, so you don't want a double brined. Get a natural bird, and you got to take out the neck and the giblet back. So on this Cosmos, it is 1 gallon of water to 1 cup of brine mixture. Get that bird in breast side down. You want to cover the full bird. If you need to add a little bit of more water to cover that bird, add a little bit more brine mixture in, mix it up. And this here is not recommended by the FDA. You shouldn't wash any poultry in your sink. So if you do so, make sure you take the proper precautions and be very careful. You do want to rinse off all that brine. Have yourself a tray handy, get it on the tray. You are going to dry that bird off, get some saran wrap, and you are going to loosely cover the bird. Get it back in the fridge for about 4 to 5 hours to air dry before you smoke it. Welcome back, and here we go. Here is our bird. She has been sitting in the fridge drying out for about 4 hours or so. Here is my goodies right from Wild Fork. We are going to go with a green bean casserole. We've got mashed red skin-on potatoes. How about some Mexican-style street corn? And of course, you got to have a little bit of dessert with a New York-style cheesecake. So we will take a look at all that. But what I want to do right now is let's finish up setting up my bird. We got it in the fridge. It is all dried off. We will get these paper towels out. First step in this process, again, is you want to make sure the bird is nice and dry. And then we are going to stuff the cavities. I got some celery. We will stuff that right in there. Get some onion in there. Some carrot. And of course, you want to go with a nice herb. I am going to hit it with some thyme. Now, if you have your favorites that you like to stuff inside the bird, please feel free. Now, about the rub, you want to pick a rub that goes good with a poultry like a chicken or a turkey. This is going to be a West Coast shake. This has some hints of a little bit of lemon lime in it, so that is going to be perfect for this bird. And you can definitely put some inside the cavity. Alrighty, so from there what you can do is you can get some some twine here and tie up these wings. I'm pretty tight in my tray, so everything is going to stay compact together. So let's get that in the tray. There you go. And this has already been brought up to room temperature. I've already got my pit fired up. I got that loaded down with some Manchester pellets. We are basically going to run that pit at 300 1/4, and we are going to take that breast to that doneness of about 165. So basically what we do is we get the bird in the pit, and then we can concentrate on all the goodies in the house and get everything all set up, get everything all ready to go, to lay out a Thanksgiving spread, to end all Thanksgiving spreads.
As noted here, we will maintain a pit temp of 300 1/4. A little bit of word of advice here. You've got a heat source in the pit. You do not want to go directly on top of the heat source. This is an indirect cooking method, so we will go on the side of the heat source. Also, we are flanked out with my chef temp thermometer inside the pit and also inside the bird. That way we can get the perfect temperature. Yeah.
Alrighty, so basically that is all there is to it. It is definitely less hustle and bustle when you're cooking outside instead of in the house with a bunch of people around. So we will just let this turkey run, and I'll bring you guys back in about an hour. So we are at that 1 hour mark, and the only suggestion I have here is at that hour mark, you want to make sure your pit is cooking nice and evenly. So you will go in, you will check your bird, and just look at the color on the bird. You want nice and even brown or some of that golden color. You want it nice and even across the bird. As long as it is nice and even, your pit is doing a good job. If you see a little darkness over in the back for say, you might want to spin your bird just to kind of even it out. Let's go on in, let's check it out, and let's see how we're doing.
As you notice here on my bird, I am pretty evenly colored all the way throughout the bird. Maybe it is a little bit more darker on that leg there, but that is okay with me because you want a little bit more heat on the leg and thigh. I will check it every hour and rotate it if needed.
All right, so as you saw, my color is perfectly uniform across the bird. That is exactly what you like to see. Again, hour in, we will just take it up to that 165. At that point, I will bring you back. And also a side note, I've got the bird looking good. I've just loaded up this stove with all my side fixings. Needless to say, this Thanksgiving is turning out 1, 2, 3, easy. So this one's gonna come in right under that 4 hour mark. We're about 170 on the breast, a little bit higher than I would have liked it, but I've got a little bit busy in the house, no big deal. We brined it so she can take it. Let's go in, let's get it off, let's get it on the board here. We gotta let it rest, then we will carve it open and see how we did.
So I am definitely digging the color of this bird. It's got that deep golden brown color. That is perfect. We will get this on the board. We will let it rest for about 15-20 minutes and then carve it up.
So one thing for certain, it is definitely a good looking bird. There is no doubt about it. The skin is nice and crispy. You could see that. Let's turn this camera down here on the board. Let's slice it up. Let's do that quick taste test. Then I will close out the show by taking you inside my home, and let's take a look at my little mini Thanksgiving spread.
So as always, the moment of truth is here, and you could see we definitely have a juice explosion. That is always a good sign. So I am basically just going to get one slice off, do that taste test. This is going on a pre-Thanksgiving spread that I will show you in just a bit, and I will carve it then. But right now, it is just that one piece. We will taste it up and talk about it.
All right, look, as always, you hope you got the shot, and you could see the juice explosion. The bird looks perfect, man. I definitely dig the color. I've used that Cosmos brine in the past, and this is definitely good stuff. Again, I will have links down in the description if you want to pick that brine up, or you can do a brine of your choice or grab one in your local market. but definitely that Cosmos Q is definitely a good brine. There is no doubt about it. So let's go on in. Let's get that taste test. And remember, I will bring you inside and close out the show with a little bit of a Thanksgiving themed setup. So guys, first off, the skin is perfect. It is nice and crispy. And Thanksgiving cheers to everyone. You know, look, some people get sick of Thanksgiving turkeys, but when they are cooked right, man, when they are nice and moist inside and they have a good saltiness flavor, I mean, the flavor of this bird is definitely top notch. There is no doubt about it, man. I would put this on my tea-day table any day of the week. So look, I got to thank Wild Fork for supplying all the goods for this mini Thanksgiving celebration. This is going to be some good eats for me and the wife. So look what I want to do right here for you. Let's go in the house. Let me show you the little bit of a spread, and then we will close out the show that way.
Don't forget that is a Wild Fork 1-year anniversary event from 1 to 4 p.m. November 11th at 2 store locations, one in Eatontown, New Jersey, the other in Horsham, PA. There you'll be able to sample some of the products that I used on the show today. And also don't forget to check out Wild Fork Foods for a location near you, and also wildforkfoods.com. From my family to yours, I'd like to take this opportunity to wish everybody a happy and safe Thanksgiving.